Hello everyone, my name is Cameron, welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing the WWE SummerSlam 2020 predictions. There's been a few updates. There's been an update to the Universal Championship match. It is now Falls Count Anywhere after what happened on Friday Night SmackDown. I don't believe any more matches have been added. Give me 1 second to double check that, because they like to add matches last second. So just make sure real quick and check it over. Make sure there's nothing new that maybe Jesse and I haven't seen. I believe all the matches are still the same. Yep. Although I won't be surprised if they do in fact add another championship or another match to this. So on SmackDown, Bayley and Banks both had a thing to determine who would face Asuka first and who would face her second, and Bayley lost to Naomi after Sasha beat Naomi in a beat the clock challenge. So Sasha will be defending second, and make a note of that. That Sasha is defending second and Bayley is defending first. Just kind of make our predictions a little bit weirder, but hopefully we still end up in the right on this. So let's start with the no DQ loser leaves WWE match between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. We have both gone for Mandy Rose, and some of the reports that have been kind of talked about recently have kind of made it seem like this is what's going to be happening. So apparently, after what happened last week, when that person broke into Sonya Deville's house planning to kidnap her, she's kind of wanted time off to go spend time with friends and family. This does not mean that she's being fired from the company for real. Most likely what's going to happen is it's going to be a storyline firing, and then she'll come back at some point. I think they even tried to make it seem like this is the idea they were going for, where they were going to kind of bring Sonya and Mandy back together, because it's been confirmed at this point that Mandy was in the house with Sonya when it happened. And I guess even the guy messaged Sonya and said, "I'm going to kill that bitch that's with you," meaning he was going to attempt to kill Mandy Rose. So most likely what she wants to do is Sonya just wants to take some time off and just kind of go be with family and be surrounded by people that love and support her for the time being, for now, and not have to deal with the hectic schedule that WWE brings on, which I don't think anyone can really hate her for that fact. I think her wanting to take some time off is very, very what's the word I'm looking for? It's very respectable. Like, we can't really say, oh, she doesn't deserve time off. It's something we can say, like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's a very sensible thing to want to do, to want to take time off after something harrowing like that happened. I'm surprised Mandy doesn't want to also take time off from the company for a bit, just to kind of get a break and not have to deal with so much stress after her life being threatened. Next, we have the Universal Championship match, Falls Count Anywhere, as I said. Braun Strowman versus The Fiend. We have both gone for The Fiend. Everything about SmackDown with them was great this past Friday. They were staring each other down, and Retribution came in, which I thought was really good. The Fiend left Braun high and dry to get beat down by Retribution. The entire locker room ran out. Miz running out last. Braun Strowman freaked out on a few superstars after. It was good. I liked it. It was really good. The Thunderdome is something that I'm enjoying so far. The pyro is the only part I'm enjoying. The fans didn't really make a whole lot of noise, so it was just kind of there. It wasn't too much really to talk about. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And then the choke slam off the balcony thing onto the ground, where Bray was then loaded up into Bray Wyatt as the Mr. Rogers Firefly Funhouse. Bray Wyatt was loaded up into an ambulance. The ambulance then started smoking. It backed up. There was a red glow from inside of it. Doors popped open and out popped the Fiend, which I thought was really cool that they had the setup for him to transform into the Fiend out of the back of the ambulance. I thought it was really cool. He closed down shot of the Fiend, which I thought was really awesome, and I can't wait. I'm excited for this match. I'm excited for a Braun Strowman match. I don't say that often, so it's really cool. Braun, this storyline, this feud has actually really made me come around to Braun. I'm enjoying him a little bit more than I have in the past, and I think it's a lot because he's working with somebody who he's comfortable working with, and it makes him look a lot better than he actually is. I've always kind of been adamant that Braun got a lot of chances that he didn't deserve, that he probably shouldn't have gotten because he was still very green back in 2016 when he was, and 2017 when he was getting a lot of championship opportunities, a lot over and over again after losing opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and people were like, "Oh, you guys shoved Roman down our throats." Braun was shoved down our throats as well, but he's actually getting a lot better, and yeah, I'm very excited for this match, mostly because I hope it leads to the Fiend having the championship back. Next, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship match, Bayley versus Asuka. We have both predicted Bayley to win this one. Regardless of her going first or second, I think Bayley is the one that's going to retain. Because here's our thinking: Sasha and Bayley are SmackDown superstars. It would make more sense for them for the person who's SmackDown Women's Champion to keep her championship. I think it's going to be a quick match. I don't think it's going to last very long. I think it might be like a quick roll up. Asuka's made to look a fool in the first match, and then the next match she fucking goes wild on Sasha and just destroys her. Or Asuka wins both championships, which I'm not going to be pissed about. I don't mind that. I know their women's division, it seems like, is a bit stretched thin right now because Becky's gone, Charlotte's gone. Some women don't seem to want to really work right now, which, I mean, they already have a small women's division as it is, but it seems like during COVID it's been stretched a little bit thinner than normal, so they're trying to, like, you know what I mean? I think they should try to break the storylines up a little bit. You know, don't have the same women involved in every title feud. They don't need to be. Keep the people on Raw, keep the people on SmackDown. I'm completely fine with that. I'm completely fine with the tag team champions, potentially one of them having a title. I don't want them to have every fucking title, though. I'm tired of this. We have all the gold bullshit. It's annoying as hell. This is one, brought back my hatred of Sasha, because I've never really liked Sasha. After her and Charlotte constantly swapping the championship back in 2016, I stopped enjoying Sasha's matches. I don't enjoy it anymore. I don't like Sasha. I can't like Sasha. Her voice is annoying. But this whole thing has also made me start hating Bayley, which I don't like, because I think Bayley's fucking awesome. I think her heel character is fucking great, and I really hope she's the one who stays heel going into her and Sasha's feud, which had some more strings sewn into it over the past couple of days, or over the past couple of weeks. Bayley saying, yeah, but at SummerSlam I'll be wrestling for something that I actually care about, basically saying she didn't care if Asuka beat her to face Sasha for the championship, and I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. And then for Asuka versus Sasha, we have taken Asuka. I think this is going to kind of lead into more of it going to the point of them trying to break them up in a better way. So first things first, Bayley keeps her championship, which helps to build the feud a little bit, because then Sasha loses hers, which then gets Sasha pissed at Bayley, and they start kind of having a little bit of infighting. And then at Payback next week, they're defending their women's tag team championships, which means that most likely something's going to happen that's going to result in them losing those titles to whoever the number one contender ends up being, to whoever faces them. I don't know who it's going to be. They haven't announced that yet, which kind of means they're probably going to work it up to either the next Raw, NXT, or SmackDown. They're going to have something decided to figure out who's going to be going for those championships. Personally speaking, I wouldn't mind an interbrand battle royal. You know, get a few teams thrown together if you really have to, but get some people on there. Do not choose people that are in main title feuds, though. Like, if I don't want to see Io Shirai going for those tag titles. I don't want to see, if Asuka wins, Asuka going for those tag titles. You know, I want to see it be people who are currently in the women's division not really doing much. You know, like Aaliyah and Mercedes Martinez, Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez, Tegan Knox, and whatever random friend you want to throw her with. You know, shit like that. Do something enjoyable along those lines, you know. Try to get people in there that we haven't really been seeing recently. So we can kind of get a little bit more of the women's tag division built up, because a problem with the women's tag division I've had since they started it is it's been like the same 5-6 teams being mentioned in it. It's been Bayley and Sasha, the Iconics, Bliss and Cross, Who's the other one? For a bit, it was Tegan and Dakota before they split up. Throw Jessamine Duke and goddamn Marina Shafir in there, because if you have them flanked, if you have them as women's tag champions flanked by Shayna Baszler, who's potentially going to be leading into a feud with Asuka if she gets the Raw Women's title, set up for her to get the title, you have her with two dominant badasses at her sides. I think that works perfectly. I think that's a great game plan that WWE could do if they decide that that's the way they want to work it. Set up for Shayna to get the Raw Women's Championship from Asuka after Asuka beats Sasha, and set up for Jessamine and Marina to get the tag titles. I think it'd work great. I think it would work out great if that's the way it ended up going. Next, we have the men's street fight between Dominic Mysterio and Seth Rollins. We have both gone for Dominic Mysterio. Seth has Murphy in his corner. Ray is going to be in Dominic's corner. Seth recently has talked about Austin Theory, saying he's potentially going to be back pretty soon, so who knows, maybe we'll see him tonight, which I think if he does show up, it could definitely sway this to Seth Rollins' favor, but I think Dominic winning his first real match in WWE would kind of be a really nice way to start it off. It'd be a good way to start his career off if he ended up winning this and was able to kind of say, hey, I beat the Monday Night Messiah, and yeah, I think that's a very big possibility, him winning this match and using it as a stepping point to further things. Ray has signed a new deal with WWE, which is good, so it means that most likely he is retiring in WWE, unless he decides to leave last minute after his contract's up and go wrestle one more place and kind of have that as his farewell. But I think that it's going to be here. It's going to be setting up for him, probably him and Dominic, to have a tag match against Rollins and Murphy. Maybe we'll get set up to have a big match between them, a team for them and a team for Rollins. If AOP's back, I know one of them is still injured, so if AOP can, if the one who is injured can get to the point where he's better and he's healed up from his injury, I think potentially we could see Seth, Murphy, Theory, and AOP versus Dominic, Ray. I want to say Joe, Black, and Carrillo, but could also see potentially Samoa Joe not being ready in time and them throwing Kevin Owens in there instead, because Kevin Owens was feuding with Seth and his disciples with Samoa Joe earlier on in the year. So it could go either way, and personally speaking, if that happens at Survivor Series, TLC, Royal Rumble, something like that, a big 5-on-5 blow-off match between them, I'm not going to complain. I enjoy it. I enjoy that sort of shit. It's fucking awesome. Next, we have the United States Championship match. We have Apollo Crews versus MVP, and I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I had to go double check something with Jesse, just to make sure of something, because I didn't want to end up fucking up the prediction video at all. We've both gone for Apollo Crews. I don't know. This whole feud has kind of been meh. I'm not hating Bobby Lashley as much because MVP's talking more for him, but I don't know. It just, it's nothing fancy. It's nothing great. This feud's just kind of there. It's what it is, There's not much to really say about this feud. It's just kind of there. Next, we have the WWE Championship match, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. We've both gone for Drew McIntyre. Now, there's been a lot of rumor that Randy Orton's going to be winning so they can have a rematch at Payback, but it just makes more sense for Drew to win and then Randy to demand a rematch because Drew in some way cheated or something. I don't fucking know. Who cares? It's going to be set up for a Payback rematch, but I don't think it's going to be Randy Orton winning the title because there's no rematch clauses. They announced there's no rematch clauses anymore. That was announced a while back. You can demand a rematch, but it doesn't mean you're going to get it. And I don't think they're going to have it set up to where Randy's going to beat Drew, and then Drew's going to be like, I demand a rematch for my title, you fucking arse. And I think it's going to set up for, stupidly, it's going to set up for Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton Part 2, which we've already had that sort of setup. We had Drew McIntyre versus Dolph Ziggler, and then we had them going into a rematch, which then got changed from being a title match to just a normal fucking one-on-one match because Randy Orton said I'm gonna beat Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam, which is like, why not just say I'm gonna beat the WWE champion at SummerSlam? They could have easily changed it to set it up that it was gonna be, I'm gonna beat whoever is WWE champion, Drew, Dolph, whichever one you wins, I'm coming for you at SummerSlam. That's all they needed to do. They didn't need to change it to where Drew and Dolph couldn't be for the championship anymore. They could have just changed the way Randy was saying it. That's all that they really needed to do. It was really fucking stupid, if you ask me. But yeah, Drew McIntyre. Ric Flair could pop up. Who knows? I don't think he will, because the reason he got written off is because of his health. They're trying to keep somebody who's been having issues with his health for the past couple of years away from a potential situation where he could get something that could end up ending his life. It was found out that he was supposed to be here until SummerSlam, until after SummerSlam, and that's when he was gonna be written off. But plans had to change, which, that happens. Plans change. So yeah, it'd be cool to see if Drew decides that he's, if he has Rick help him in some way, or if Rick comes into his corner to cheer him on, or if Rick screws him out of the championship. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But yeah, I do miss Ric Flair. But yeah, so yeah, Drew McIntyre. And finally, we have the Raw Tag Team title match. We have the Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza. We have both taken Andrade and Angel to win. I'm not confident in this one anymore. After this last Raw, I'm not very confident in this prediction. But I do feel like Garza and Andrade deserve it. They're fantastic in the ring. They're fantastic on the mic. Well, Angel is fantastic on the mic. Andrade, still not great. I'm glad he sells a mouthpiece. But he's doing better. He's definitely doing better. I don't know. It's not that I don't like the Street Profits title run, because I love it, but after the poisoning thing, I'm like, are they going to set up for the Street Profits to lose this? And this is when we decided that prediction was before they showed back up on Raw. So this is one we very well could get wrong, without a doubt. This is one we very well could get wrong. But there's a very good chance as well that, we could end up getting this right. And they could end up putting the titles on Garza and Andrade to set up for a feud for the titles with the Viking Raiders, which I wouldn't be upset about at all. But yeah, I think Garza and Andrade winning at this point would be kind of a cool thing to have. It'd be nice to have, the championship division switch up a little bit after tonight. Not too bad, but just a little bit. Jeff Hardy won the Intercontinental Championship at the fuck was it? On Friday, from whatchamacallit. Oh wow. Why does it say September 30th? Sorry, I'm looking things up about Payback to see if they've set up for anything with Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles, because most likely it's going to be set up for Payback. But it's from Fightful. They fucked up. They made a massive typo. After it was first reported by Mike Johnson, PW Insider, WWE confirmed that Payback 2020 will take place on September 30th, just 1 week after SummerSlam 2020. It's not taking place. It's not taking place on September 30th. It's taking place on August 30th. They have it right in the title, but not in the writing. How the fuck do they screw that up so bad and not realize? Do they not have editors for this? Oh my god, I love this. I love the fact that they fucked it up that goddamn bad. Oh, it's fucking beautiful. I don't know how they fucked it up so bad, but they fucked it up so bad. Oh, I'm trying not to laugh as much as I am, but that's just, I'm sorry, that's just fucking bad editing and that's the word I'm looking for. The fuck's the word I'm looking for? Bad editing and proofreading on Fightful's part. But yeah, it's currently the only match predicted for confirmed for that is the SmackDown, or is the Women's Tag Team Championship match, which I don't know who it's going to be against. Again, it could be anyone at this point. They haven't really set up anything for that. But most likely, I'm thinking it's going to set up that... That's what I'm looking for. I think it will set up for a Intercontinental Championship match between AJ and Jeff Hardy, most likely. AJ demanding a rematch or something, and Hardy just being like, fine, come get it, you jackass, or something. We'll see. Obviously, we have a whole week before that happens, so we have 3 shows, well, 2 shows really, to decide who's going to be going into those matches for that, and what matches are going to take place on that pay-per-view. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you all in the next one. Let me know what your predictions are down in the comments below. I'll try to remember to put the predictions on Twitter. And later today, potentially, I don't know for sure yet, I will have the TakeOver 30 review. If not, I'll have it on here tomorrow. Stay golden. Peace.